It is not your responsibility to make him feel good about your boundary. Your boundary is there to protect you. It is not there to make other people happy. Did he waste your time or did you let him waste your time? Hello, my beautiful darlings. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today and thank you for watching. Today, we're going to talk about boundaries. Saying no. How to set boundaries like a true high value woman, like a true high value queen. How do you set boundaries? You don't let people walk all over you. How to have that queen energy and not let people do whatever they want to you. And I did a video previously on how to have boundaries as a high value woman. I will link it below. But now I have even more advice for you on this subject because this is a deep subject. And ladies, when you don't have boundaries, you are completely unprotected. You can put yourself in uncomfortable or even dangerous situation, compromising your value and your self-worth with uncomfortable outcomes. If you think having uncomfortable conversations is hard, wait until you see the result of not having them. There are rules and boundaries absolutely everywhere in our society. You have rules when you're driving a car. You have rules when you go shopping. You have rules when you go to an airplane. Okay, and you need to have also rules for yourself. If you are a high value woman, if you want to be a high value woman, it is all about having boundaries, having rules for yourself. Your value will increase, your self-worth will increase, and your self-love, you will treat yourself better, people will treat you better when you have boundaries. It is not taught in school, but it is taught normally by your family. But if you don't have a good family teaching you how to behave in a certain way, and sometimes even parents, they don't even know, you will actually normalize bad behavior. And sometimes even after being mistreated multiple times, you will go to the extreme and you will apply extreme boundaries to keep people away from you, and this is not what we want. And I see that a lot on the internet, women having bad experiences with men and then now saying that they want to stay single forever and they don't want any men in their life. And I think boundaries are there to prevent that, to prevent you from having such a horrible image about people and having trauma happening to you. So if you want to know how to have boundaries for yourself like a true high value woman and make people respect you, keep on watching. But first, just wanted to let you know that if you want to see more of my content, I talk about fashion, femininity, old Hollywood glamour, seduction, dating, and anything to make you become a highly feminine lady, upgrade your confidence, make you become a high value. Feel free to join the channel, the link is down below, and also follow me on my Instagram. Have you seen this? I love this dress. You have seen it before. It is such a beauty. I'm obsessed. It is like the dress of Cinderella. So boundaries are limits that you place on your time, on your body, on your mental health, and on your emotions to stay resilient and healthy. They do keep you from being used and manipulated. And ladies, you do not have to be so quiet and shy to set boundaries in a feminine way. Reminder that your feminine energy is confident. It's when you are so confident about yourself that you're not afraid to speak your mind. You allow yourself to be free of what you think, of who you are and what you decide. Wounded feminine energy is when you people please, is when you want to make everybody happy, is when you are too like yes. I think being soft is not people pleasing. Being soft is not saying yes to everything. There's a big difference with being super harsh and in your masculine energy and being actually soft in your feminine energy but still having boundaries. When you don't have boundaries and you people please, you are in your wounded feminine energy, insecure, letting people walk all over you. Sometimes people mistaken feminine energy to being so submissive and letting a man do whatever he wants, being like yes to everything he says. And I think even men don't like that. They don't respect that actually. They want a woman that still have her own opinion, still speak her mind. She speak her mind in a way that's just embraced in her own body. She's confident about it. I think the first thing you need to do is set boundaries within yourself. For example, I love having a very healthy lifestyle and I set boundaries for myself in terms of how many times a week I go to the gym. I am very disciplined about it, and I think that discipline is really linked to boundaries. And I have a video about how to have powerful discipline. I will link it below. But when you have powerful discipline, you know that the result for having a beautiful, healthy body is to have discipline, is to be able to go to the gym, is to have a little bit of that restriction of having a healthy diet. You know that. And this is like the difference between the people that have that discipline and that do not. This is also the difference with people that succeed in their career, in their job, and that put the effort, and the people that do not. This is a mindset. And this is the same thing for having boundaries with people. They see what kind of woman have no boundaries, let men walk all over her, that she give her body like that very easily. You know, they see that type of woman and they don't respect her.
Just tell me I'm the one. Come on, you don't have to tell your mother or the whole world. Just tell me.
But they see a high value woman and she's not that easy to have, and she has certain requirements to have access to her. So then she's not just yes, 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 please pick me. No, you have to put in the work to have me.
That's against our union rules.
I always observe the rules and regulations.
And maybe decide in your head that you go to the gym 2 times a week at 6 p.m. And if you break your own boundaries that you decided for yourself, you will have trouble setting boundaries for others. Because boundaries, they need to be here and they need to not be so flexible. When you think about feminine energy, I want to give you an analogy. It's feminine energy, it is soft on the outside, but it is hard on the inside. So the hard on the inside are your boundaries. And it is because you have those values and those boundaries in you that are really strong. And this is how you are able to then be soft on the outside. This is how you are able to then have this juicy, fun, playful, feminine energy. It is because with those boundaries, you protect yourself. So then you're able to express your feminine energy freely, your softness and your love and your care. It's like the dark feminine protects you and the light feminine is your enjoyment afterwards. You need to be a woman of your word. You need to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you have self-respect. Start settling small boundaries for you and congratulate yourself every time you do it. You know what? I went to the gym 2 times a week. I'm so proud of myself. I am happy I achieved my goal. If you don't have those protection, those boundaries, your core values like that, you cannot be soft on the outside. You cannot express your softness. When you don't have boundaries to protect you, you don't feel protected, you feel unsafe. And that's when you go into your masculine, being constantly on your guards of what's going to happen. And when you're like that, you have walls around you, you don't let men really connect with you and really building a wonderful relationship with you. You don't let that happen because you don't have that protection that is your boundaries. You are constantly forced to be in that masculine energy, and the masculine energy is an army of soldiers ready to defend you, but they are like, looking for anything to defend you. So when you are in that energy, you are constantly on your guard and constantly looking for flaws in people, and especially in men. You don't really trust them. In a battle, constantly, you are in a war. Next we have do not justify or explain your boundaries. You try to prove yourself to others when you justify your boundaries. That means that you did not embrace it fully. You should set the boundary and that's it. If a man tried to call me after midnight, I don't agree with it. I'm looking for masculine men. If a man does not organize the dinner, I'm not going. If a man is inconsistent, I will remove myself a little bit. I will distance myself. Like, you have so many boundaries that can apply to you, and it's very personal. It's whatever you decide how you want to be treated also. And boundaries are in your energy. You need to be sure about it. When you are so sure about your boundaries, people can feel it. They can feel it in your energy. They can feel that you are a high value woman that you do not try to do anything to. You respect her. It is even in your body language. You don't even have to say it. If someone breaks your boundary, you remove your presence. You don't give your energy to men and to people that do not respect your boundaries. If you ask yourself why they do not respect my boundaries, but then ask yourself why do you allow them to break that boundary? Why do you give them your energy still? Like, you can give a warning of like, this is my boundary, I don't accept that. But if they really continue to break that boundary, you remove your access to them. Did he waste your time, or did you let him waste your time? And I know it's hard to know what are your boundaries sometimes, and sometimes you don't know what you don't like until you have an uncomfortable situation that really make you see that you don't actually like that. So then you set the boundaries for the next time. So then next time, I'm not allowing that. Let go of the need to control other people. Really, you cannot control people's emotions and people's reactions to your boundaries. Sometimes as women, we are too nice and we are afraid to set boundaries in case the person gets mad, in case the person leaves. Let them get mad. Let them leave. That means that they were not meant for you. I promise you, if you set a certain boundary that is about, I want to be respected, I want to take my time with a man, I don't want to jump into bed immediately, or things like that, a high value man will really respect your boundaries, and he will actually love that you have boundaries. He will actually see you then, oh wow, okay, she's not the type of woman to just have men disrespecting her. And if he does not respond like that, if he sees you as like, oh no, she's too difficult, then it's too bad for him. He's missing on an amazing woman. Maybe he's bad quality, but that's good, because then he select himself out. It is not your responsibility to make him feel good about your boundary. Your boundary is there to protect you. It is not there to make other people happy. And people treat you the way you treat yourself. So if you treat yourself with respect, then they will respect you more for it. Learning to say no is a real power. It is the biggest thing. I see women constantly struggling with that because we are taught to be nice girls since we are little girls. Really, it's not serving us. It's really not helping. Connect to your dark feminine energy. Your dark feminine energy will protect you. And I invite you to see my videos about the femme fatale, about the dark feminine, about how to be an unbothered queen. Like, I have so many videos about tapping into that powerful energy, that energy of a queen, of a femme fatale, that is confident about herself, that is still nice, still pleasant, but she has boundaries and she does not let people walk all over her. She loves herself and she knows that she deserves the best. Value your time and learn to say no, ladies. Learn to say, I'm not available. Learn the value of your time. Your time is not less valuable of somebody else. It's not because a man have an important job that his time is more valuable than yours. And in that case, when you truly value your time, you won't waste your time with low quality people. How do you spend your time? Do you spend your time on social media scrolling and not doing anything? Or do you spend your time accomplishing something that you really love, a hobby, a career, like something in your life that make your life better, that make you feel more accomplished, that make you feel good about yourself? And how you spend your time is going to have a real impact on how you value your time. How to enforce your boundaries? You can enforce your boundaries sometimes by making a joke, because sometimes people don't know, okay? Like, I'm leaving the benefit of the doubt to men. Sometimes they don't know what are your boundaries, and it's fine, you know. Extremely nice, high quality men, sometimes they just don't know, okay? And sometimes we just have to say to them what it is, like what you don't allow. And then if they are really quality and respectful and gentlemen, they will completely respect it. On the contrary, if you have some men that are bad men, that are toxic, that are predators, they will try to cross your boundaries even more. You know, they will constantly try to cross it, and they wouldn't care about what you're saying. Those type of people, those type of men, you should completely remove them, avoid them, really. They are dangerous. You can change the subject also sometimes if you don't want to talk about something. You can show them with your body language or by sometimes leaving the room. And you need to have consequences for your boundaries, because if you just say, that's my boundary, but there's no consequences, there's no action, what is it? It's not a boundary, it's useless, you know? And people don't react to you talking. People react to your actions. You can give a warning. For example, if you continue to speak too loudly like that, I will have to leave. At the end of the day, boundaries are for you. They're not for punishing or controlling others. They're there to protect you. And I understand how hard it is to heal your feminine energy, to set boundaries, especially if you're used to a certain environment, for example, a toxic family or people that do not make you feel good about yourself, that did not taught you how to set boundaries. It can be extremely hard, so don't worry, it takes some time. And don't forget that setting boundaries is showing love to yourself. It's being kind to yourself, actually. Because who will show up for yourself apart from you? Because if you constantly care about what others think, oh, well, if I say that, he will leave. If I say that, he will be mad at me. But if you don't, you will be mad at yourself. You will feel bad about yourself for not setting that boundary. So you need to put yourself first. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful darlings. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if it is hard for you as well to set boundaries, and if you even have stories of times where you didn't set boundaries and you felt bad afterwards, and now you feel like next time you will never do that again. Don't forget also to subscribe and like the video, and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok. Until next time, I'm giving you so many kisses, my darlings, and I love you truly all, and I'm there for you. Mwah. A dream is a wish your heart make.